Did you know that a staggering 85% of men fail to notice when they're being cheated on? Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true. Many men completely overlook the subtle yet telling signs of infidelity. But don't worry, today, I'm going to reveal some crucial insights that could entirely change how you perceive your relationship. We're diving deep into the psychology behind the behaviors and phrases women use when they're being unfaithful. By the time this video is over, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to protect yourself and your relationship. But before we jump in, if you're serious about understanding the female mind and taking control of your love life, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss a video loaded with relationship-saving tips, or ones that can help you find someone new if needed. Alright, gentlemen, listen closely. What I'm about to share might unlock some of the most well-hidden secrets of female behavior. The truth is, women can be incredibly skilled at concealing their true intentions, especially when it comes to cheating. But how do they manage to pull it off? What are the subtle signs that most men miss? Ever heard the saying that women are masters of deception? Well, that's not just a myth. In fact, when it comes to infidelity, women tend to be much more calculated and discreet than men. While men might leave behind obvious clues, women refine their deception into an art form, ensuring their secrets remain hidden. But don't lose hope, because today, I'm going to help you uncover the subtle indicators of infidelity. I'm about to reveal 6 key phrases that women often say when they're cheating, phrases that typically go unnoticed by most men. These aren't just random words, they are carefully chosen statements that can signal emotional and even physical detachment. But before we dive into the first phrase, consider this: what if your partner has already been using some of these expressions and you never even realized it? What if her behavior has been sending signals all along? This information could be the difference between living in ignorance or discovering the truth that might completely reshape your life. So, without wasting another second, let's get into it. 1. So-and-so understands me so well. If your partner suddenly starts bringing up a particular person in conversations, especially in an admiring or positive light, this is something you need to pay attention to. When she says, "So-and-so understands me so well," it might initially seem like a harmless comment. After all, we all have friends who support and understand us, right? But often, there's a deeper meaning behind it. Phrases like this can indicate that she is forming an emotional connection with someone else. And here's the truth: emotional infidelity often precedes physical cheating. Your partner may start feeling understood and comforted by another person, gradually replacing the emotional bond she once had with you. For example, imagine she frequently talks about a coworker. At first, it's small mentions, maybe something like, "Oh, so-and-so at work is so funny." But over time, those mentions become more frequent, and she starts expressing admiration. If she begins comparing you to this person or implying that they understand her better than you do, that's a huge red flag. Remember, emotional cheating can be just as destructive as physical infidelity. If she's forging a deep connection with someone else, it's time to start asking questions. 2. Don't worry, I'm just going out with friends. This phrase might sound completely innocent. After all, everyone needs a social life outside their relationship. But here's where things can get tricky. When someone is being unfaithful, they often rely on seemingly harmless excuses to cover their tracks. And "I'm just going out with friends" is one of the most commonly used lines. A key sign to look out for is how often she uses this excuse and whether her stories about these outings hold up. If she's suddenly going out more frequently than before and becomes vague about the details, that's a cause for concern. For instance, if you ask her who she's meeting and she gives a general response like, "Just some friends," without elaborating, take note. Later, if you notice she's glued to her phone, texting someone she won't tell you about, it's worth questioning what's really going on. Cheaters often use small, believable lies to cover up their actions. If something feels off, trust your instincts and start paying closer attention. 3. I need more space for myself. At first glance, this might seem like a completely reasonable request. Everyone needs space for personal growth, right? However, in certain situations, this phrase can be used as a means to create distance in the relationship, potentially to spend time with someone else. Now, needing alone time doesn't always signal trouble. But if her request for space results in emotional detachment or long periods apart, you need to pay close attention. A healthy relationship maintains a balance between independence and togetherness. But if her newfound need for space results in frequent late nights out or weekend trips without much explanation, you need to start asking why. When space becomes an excuse to spend less time with you or avoid communication, it's a warning sign you shouldn't ignore. 4. I'm working late tonight. This one is a classic excuse. Work is a convenient cover because, let's face it, we all understand job obligations. But if your partner is suddenly staying late at work all the time or taking on extra projects out of nowhere, it's worth questioning the legitimacy of these claims. Pay attention to patterns. Does she get defensive when you ask about work? Are there inconsistencies in her stories? Has she become less communicative during these supposed late nights? If something doesn't add up, don't brush it aside. When work suddenly becomes the reason for unexplained absences, it's a good idea to start looking deeper. 5. I think we need some time apart. This phrase often signals a relationship in trouble. While taking time apart can sometimes be a healthy way to work through issues, it can also be used as an excuse to step outside the relationship without feeling guilty. If your partner suggests a break out of the blue and without any prior discussion about problems in the relationship, it's worth questioning her true motives. Is she really looking for space to reflect, or is she testing the waters with someone else? Be cautious if this comes unexpectedly. It might not be as innocent as it seems. 6. You deserve someone better than me. This phrase is often loaded with guilt. It can be a way for someone to shift the focus from their actions onto their perceived shortcomings. In some cases, it's a subtle confession. She may be trying to prepare you for a breakup by justifying her own actions, knowing she's done something wrong. When a woman says this, it's worth asking why she suddenly feels this way. Sometimes, it's an indirect way of admitting to infidelity without outright saying it. Final thoughts. Recognizing these phrases and understanding their deeper meanings can help you gain clarity on your relationship. Your instincts are your best guide. If something feels off, don't ignore it. By paying attention to the signs, you can protect yourself from being blindsided. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insights into relationships, love, and the female mind. And as always, leave a comment below sharing your thoughts or experiences and where you are watching from. Thank you.